Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this way upfield across the 45. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. It's one of the better coaches.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Barkley inside handoff. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. Hey, south. White, Tony. No.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Right, set. No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
No touch. No touch.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
No touch.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
No touch.
Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Great, set.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying tap. Hurts fumbles it. And the Texans scoop it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Man in motion left. That's Collins. Stroud sets up the play action. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. Touchdown! Joe Mixon from 8 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll they'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go, let's go. Look to high, look to high.
Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
All right.
As Stroud now to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here is 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown, Texans! Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Stroud to throw it. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 84 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And they'll accept that penalty. But DeMeco Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. There's a short one caught by Uzama. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need 1 more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
From back at the 2, here's third and goal.
No touch it. No touch.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Christian Harris. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Stroud. Going deep for Diggs. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Milton Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Stroud. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our...
And got his man complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 78 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if we keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
All right.
5 points of contact. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 2nd and 6.
All right.
Again, it's Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Mixon with a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
All right.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah, and the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down and 6 now.
On the quick, right?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here.
Here we go, let's go.
Mixon will try the right side. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 18. Oh, look at the juke. Taking it right down Broadway. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more.